She's like, I burned him up. And I'm thinking, girl, so you killed your husband? M-I, cricklet, cricklet, I, cricklet, cricklet, I, humpback, humpback, I. Listen, you act like your man don't be beating on you, girl. Shit, hold on, wait. The damn stripper names are all running together.
Is up in this thing. Beat you up on this game.
Wait is over. The wait is over. Welcome back.
This is commentary, so get out your feelings. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. It's your girl Nesha here, back in the cut. Once again, you read the title, so you already know. We're going to discuss Pynk Valley. This is season 1, episode 6, and the title of this one is Legacy. I want to say shout out to all of my subscribers and the people that tuned in to last week's episode. Now, I really figured not many people would watch because I've been gone for so doggone long, and I figured YouTube would not give you guys notifications. And I did see somebody that said they did not receive it, but they ended up watching, and I'm grateful for everybody that did, okay? That shows me I'm loved, and so I love you guys so much more. You don't even understand. Now, if you do like this video, please remember to like it because it does help your girl out, all right? Anyway, getting into this video. Now, I think I want to rate this episode as maybe out of 10, I'll say maybe a 5 or a 6. It didn't give me a whole lot to talk about, very lackluster. I figure maybe this is a build up to something else, but again, it wasn't a whole lot to talk about. We started the episode off with Mercedes and her daughter Terica. Now we know that Terica is living with the wife of the man that she slept with. She was his mistress. He ended up dying. I think his wife is the one that burned him up. She made a comment tonight that made me feel like, well, hell, did you kill him? She visits Terica while she's playing tennis, and you can tell that Terica's not really into doing this tennis thing. She's just doing it because the lady that she's calling mom right now, the one who's raising her, her guardian, is the one that's putting her into this and telling her, well, you know, Venus and Serena, they're making all this money. You need to be making this money. But her heart is not there. She really wants to be with her mom. You know, you were supposed to pick me up, and I waited for you, and then I ended up seeing you all over the news. And she's like, well, you know, something happened. And basically, she don't want to explain it all, but it ended up taking away her gem. We know what happened. She beat the shit out of her mama. Why did she beat the shit out of her mama? Because her mama done went and took the girl money. She saved up this money for 7 years, hid it in the church's fund. Her mama took the money because she felt like she was called to be a preacher, then took the girl money and then carried it off. And then actually, not only did she steal the money, she done went and got the very gem that the girl was trying to purchase. She done went and put the money down for that and did double. How the hell you gonna give double on my damn money? Well, little mama here don't really know all the deets regarding why her mama stood her up, but she did, and she's very upset about it. And then we see the wife comes up, and she's saying, why are you here? Like, what are you doing? You tell her you're gonna pick her up. You don't pick her up. I'm left having to deal with her and her tears and stuff. I'm trying to pick her up off the damn floor because she's crying because you haven't come. And you need not to forget. I couldn't even get shit out. Need not forget that you not only have to convince Judge that you're ready to get her back, you have to convince me as well. She refers to her as her daughter, and then that pisses Mercedes off. But I'm like, but listen, girl, listen. She's actually the one taking care of your child right now. I don't know how y'all got there, but she's actually doing that, okay? So you kind of can't get mad at her for raising the child and then letting the child call her mama. And her, you know, considering that her child, you kind of can't get upset about that. But then I also wonder, does this lady have her own damn kids? Because who in the hell takes care of the mistress's child? Okay, I'm just confused. Producers and everything, they need to give us some backstory because we're just here. We ended up just here, and I want to know how the hell we got here. Okay, I think Mercedes said that the man would be rolling in his grave right now because he's dead, and she's like, I burned him up. And I'm thinking, girl, so you killed your husband? Now we know last week that Mercedes and Autumn, they decided to team up because it was a quid pro quo type of situation. You got something I need, I got something you need, so, you know, let's help each other out. And that's where Mercedes came in because Mercedes was in jail from beating up my ass, okay? and she had lost all her money. So this is a way for her to get her money back, and also a way that Autumn can get her money as well, okay? So they done teamed up. They got so many different identities going on, y'all. It's just a whole hot mess. They have afros, ghettos sitting there eating a pickle, looking at the tail of. We know that they have something in common, okay? Not only are they both dancers, they also have children, okay? They both have girls that they don't have custody of. So this is a moment where they have a heart-to-heart. And Autumn asks her, well, what's your daughter's name? And she tells her, well, my baby's name is Terica. And this is actually the room that I painted for Terica, and she liked purple then, but now she likes green. Like, what the hell? She's not gonna even like this room. I got it all together. I got paintings on the wall. I got the bed made up. I got bears and shit. She got everything ready. She just doesn't have the child. Everything that could go wrong keeps going wrong for Mercedes. And Autumn is sitting here and she's like, well, what's your baby's name? And she says, Autumn, which we know now that's what inspired the name Autumn Night. She just gets emotional about the fact that she doesn't have her child, and we don't really know the story behind her child. She hasn't even opened up to Mercedes. I'm like, girl, tell us what the fuck is going on. We need to know. Did you kill the child? Did the child drown? Did he do something to the child? Has he taken the child? Like, are you in the same situation as her? Did you really steal somebody's identity? Was that your identity? Were you rich in your former life? Like, we don't know nothing about you, Autumn. You just came here and you're giving these people a fake identification, okay? Not only did you give them one, hell, now you got more than 10. So we need to know who the hell you are, and I'm trying to figure out how are they going to lay all this out for us within the next few episodes. This guy here, Andre, he goes to meet with the three brothers, because y'all remember from last episode, he needed to get those signatures. He needed 3 signatures. One of them is from, I believe his name is Corbin, and Corbin is a product of he was the mistress's babies. They still need him. And they're kind of, it's really nothing they can do about it. You can try to kill him off, which they did. He pulled the gun on him. Wayne pulled the gun on him and was acting like he was getting ready to shoot him. Then he turns his gun on Andre the night that they're supposed to get all these signatures. And I figured, I was like, you know what? They're going to try to kill him because he doesn't want to sign, and y'all can't make him sign, but y'all need his signature in order to do what y'all trying to do. Now, Corbin is more concerned with the legacy. The brothers are like, legacy? You're not even a real part of this family, but he kind of is if y'all need his damn signature. That ends up happening, but something about that meeting rubbed Andre the wrong way, because he went from trying to get the signature so that they can purchase the farmland and all that, to trying to get the lease, which is the desire of Corbin. He just wanted to lease it off so that way they could still have it in the family. So that's what he ended up doing. He's here, he's meeting on Skype with his client. He persuades him to lease instead of purchasing the property. And that's what he did. He's like, okay, make it happen. If you don't make it happen, then you're not going to get the 5% commission that your ass is working for. And so he types up the contract, change it from, I guess, where they were going to purchase it to leasing. And so now, of course, he has to bring it back to the brothers. They're going to be pissed off, but this is going to make Corbin happy. But then again, it's going to actually, in my opinion, I think it's going to make them now, it's going to flip it where the other 2 brothers are not going to want to be a part of it. And he's going to have a hard time trying to get them to sign this, because that's not what their desires are. They want to sell it and get rid of the shit. Now you're trying to keep it in the family with Corbin, okay? It's about to piss some people off. And also, he's going to piss off his godfather. We finally see his wife. I don't remember what her name was, but she's a doctor. And pissed him off because she made the comment about, she's like, oh my gosh, I miss you. I haven't seen you in so long. What's going on? And he says, well, I think my godfather's going to be a bit upset with me because I decided to do something different, but it's the right thing to do. And she's like, well, what are you talking about? You never tell me about what you do or your clients and stuff like that, which I'm thinking about it. I think it's probably best because he's a freaking lawyer and you shouldn't be privy to certain information. Duh. She wanted to know and he didn't want to let her. And that's good. So she makes the comment about, well, you need to come home because Chuckalise is not your home. let your godfather do what's best for that town because you don't know what's best. That's not where you are from. And that's blah, 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 blah. And he said, that's all I know. Like, this is my home. He gets upset with her, and then she's talking about, well, you know, I miss your hugs and your kisses, and I just miss your presence. And he ain't the damn phone up in her face. And I was like, ooh, girl, you must not know. He done fell in love with a stripper. And he ain't trying to study nothing that you talking about, honey. On the Big L, he's sitting here with an old dude from a couple episodes ago. Remember, he was sitting there with Gidget, and she wanted to get it in, but then Uncle Cliff walked in and was like, y'all know that shit ain't happening up in the Pynk. And so anyway, so that's that guy. And so he walks over here and he's trying to do business with him because he feels like the Pynk is coming to an end for real this time. And if I don't go and find something else to do, then I'm going to fall down with it. I don't want to do that. So he jumps ship and he go joins this guy. I don't remember what the hell his name is. Shit, I don't know what the hell to call it. White boy. White boy. So anyway, he's trying to do what he needs to do in order to do that. Now, of course, this is potentially going to piss off Uncle Cliff, but I don't think Big L is concerned because at the end of the day, he has been asking her what's going on with this club. She hasn't been honest with him. And so now he feels like I got to do what's best for me. Loretta Devine is here in the episode, honey. I wasn't expecting her to be here. I mean, I don't know. I guess I haven't seen her in many movies, but then again, I don't watch a whole lot of movies either. But she is the grandmother to Uncle Cliff, and she's here in the episode. She was dancing and stuff like that, feeling herself. And I found out that she's blind because he was like, you can cut a rug for a blind person. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize that. Well, anyway, I think she eventually lost her sight. Like, she wasn't always blind. She just became blind at some point in her life. But during this time, we talk about the Pynk and how she's the one that passed it down to Uncle Cliff, but she passed it down with so much debt that he wasn't able to sustain the club. And that's why we're here today where they owe like $58,000 and he can't afford to do it. And she's like, or he told her, he said, listen, you done got all type of payday loans, you done got regular loans and signed off, you done did all types of stuff, and now I can't keep this club open, and I really think it's coming to an end. And then she's like, well, you did some stuff too. He was like, that has nothing to do with what you did and all this. So they just go back and forth. And during this time, he's getting text messages from LaMarcus, and she, I guess, feels that he must have some sort of a love interest because she makes the comment, well, who is he? Who is he? When is he going to come by? And so they start talking about that. And she made a comment about turkey necks or making turkey necks, and it was kind of like an inside joke. I guess you use your neck to keep the man, because she also made a comment about sucking off or giving God top. I'm like, oh, girl, this is just too much. Like, what was the purpose of that comment? Marcus comes, and this is their official date. The date is with the grandmother. They're sitting here listening to old time stories, and he loves it. He's enjoying grandmother's company as well as Uncle Cliff. You know, he's getting to know him. Also sees a picture where he's standing there all sassy and stuff. Says she came out the cooter all sassy. So it just seems like a goodbye to the Pynk. And Clifford is realizing, look, there's really nothing I can do. And I remember the grandmother making a comment to where she felt like it wasn't God that kept them open all this time. It was just pure luck. But with everything that they went through, now she's seeing that God really did have a hand in the Pynk. And she really feels like it's not the end. But then, of course, Uncle Clifford feels like it is the end. And that's just where we are. Now, during this scene, LaMarcus gets a text message from his people telling him to come down to the studio so that way they can make some music. Now, LaMarcus says, okay, I'm coming, but then he flakes on them, okay? Now, he's with M.I., crickle, I, crickle, I, humpback, I, and Regal. And they're sitting here, you know, taking pictures or whatever. And so he comes up and he's like, I hope you're not thinking you finna blackmail me. What the hell is a blackmail? And she's like, what are you talking about? I don't know what she's talking about. Shut up. We have an opportunity here, and we're gonna capitalize off of it. You remember that song that you have? Well, I danced to that song, and now it's going viral. So this is a good opportunity for us to be business partners. He's like, oh my gosh, oh, you, ooh. Man, I saw a country, deep down country boys, listen. Stepfather, he is like that. He be like, yeah, ooh, yeah, man, thank you, man. So this is an opportunity for them to be business partners, okay? And she's like, look, you need somebody like me on your arm because you need to be, how did she say it? Girls should want to fuck you and men should want to be you, or something like that. Girls should want to fuck you and niggas should want to be you. And then he was like, oh, I like that. I'm going to put that in a song. And she's like, well, you need to credit the right person. That was Uncle Cliff. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. So now we see that he kind of living undercover, but she's going to be his arm candy, okay? She's going to be the one to help cover up what's really going on. Now, I want to say that at first I believed that he wanted to come out. He want to be in the open. He doesn't care. He want to be free, okay? But after talking to like my sisters and stuff like that, they're like, nah, I think he want to cover it up. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that LaMarcus aka Lil Murda, want to be out there doing his thing and living life with Uncle Cliff in the public? Or do y'all think that he's trying to cover it up? I feel like, in my opinion, I think he wants to be out there free. But I also feel like now that he talked to Mississippi, I feel like now he sees, well, in order for me to be my best and to get to where I'm trying to go, I need you on my arm. So I'm going to have to be one way in the public and then one way in the private. They're going to be partners, okay? They're going to get this thing together. Now, they end up taking selfies because she wants to see how his selfie game is. So here they are, they taking selfies or whatnot. And I just could not help but notice the baby in the background. I'm like, now, M-I, cricklet, cricklet, I, cricklet, cricklet, I, humpback, humpback, I. Listen, you act like your man don't be beating on you, girl. Why the hell would you have a baby, his baby, in the background with another ninja in the photo that you know is getting ready to go viral? Because the point of this situation here is to get him more exposure and also get you exposure and stuff like that. Why in the hell would you have a baby in the background to piss that man off that you haven't told him nothing about? And later on, we saw Autumn. They were at the club, and then Autumn now has Mercedes' locker, because that was one of the things. You're not at the club no more. I'm helping you out getting this moolah, so give me the locker. So she gives her the locker. And Mercedes is not, she don't know about the fact that Mercedes gave her the locker. Or Autumn, hold on, wait. The damn stripper names are all running together. Okay. Mississippi don't know that Mercedes gave Autumn permission, okay, to use the locker or to have the locker. So she sees her at the locker and she walks over there and she's like, well, what would Mercedes say if she knew that you was using her locker or whatever? And she's like, well, the same thing that she would say about you taking her place and taking her shine at the club or whatever. But she said, but unlike Mercedes, I'm going to share. So just know that this little thing is it's a little pink little gun or whatever. She said, just know that it is here in the locker and here's the combination. So whenever you feel like you're ready to do what you need to do, here it is right here for you. Okay, bars. Moving on. So, we end the episode with Autumn and she decides to call Andre. And she calls him because she's basically saying goodbye. She says that her time at the Pynk has come to an end. She danced for her last time. And, he deserves to be here. This is his home. Chuck Leese is his home. He's like, yeah, I hope you could tell my wife that. I wish you could tell her that. And she's just like, but my time here is gone. I have to go. And basically it's a goodbye call. But he feels some type of way. Even when he gets off the phone, he kind of like touches the pillow to the right side of him, because I really feel like he loves her. Like he is falling in love with a stripper. He can't have her though, because he's married and he has other type of obligations and stuff like that. And he really don't know who she is. He don't know what she has to bring. He don't know anything about her. He just knows this is a girl that he's very interested in for whatever reason. Okay? But now she's leaving. So what does he do? You know, there's nothing that he can do. So then we end the episode with ankle monitor. He has his monitor on the little chubby boy. And so he gets the monitor off of him and he walks back towards, I guess, the front of the store. And that's where he sees this missing person sign for Haley Colton, age 26. And I can't remember what else they put on there. I don't know whether there was a ward or whatever, and it's kind of blurry, so I can't tell. But anyway, of course he know who she is. He been making all these damn fake IDs for her and for Mercedes. So he know this girl. He's seen her several times. Now I'm wondering, and you can comment down below and let me know what you think, but I'm wondering, is he going to turn her in? Is he going to reach out to her, or is he going to call Mercedes and tell him, look, such and such is looking for your girl? Like, what's going to happen? All right, y'all, that's it. That's all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe with the bell so that you're notified every time that I release. But before I leave this video, I do want to leave y'all with a little quote tonight. Yes, I do. It says, the level up is about improving, not impressing. Showing yourself that you can get better. It's you versus you at the end of the day. All right? Till next time. Bye.
I'm ready to go. This tea is super hot. I'm about to rush. I'm back, 3 feet, no pressure.